Time now for your forewarned weather with Thomas Keyboy.
Good Tuesday morning, Utah. Time is currently 6:11. So far, it's been a little bit of a soggy start to this Tuesday morning, as we have seen passing showers and even a few thunderstorms out there this morning. Most of that wet weather that we saw in Utah and Salt Lake counties now approaching the Utah-Idaho state line. So we're seeing a little bit of rain in Logan. We've also seen some showers around southwestern Utah and a thunderstorm that moved through Duchesne County that's now making its way into the northern portion of the state near the Uintas. Now, as we go through today, we'll be looking at more potential for showers and thunderstorms statewide because we still have that deep surge of monsoon moisture thanks to a low pressure to our west, a high pressure to our east. You can see that southerly wind bringing in that moisture, and by the time we get into this upcoming weekend, or by the end of this work week, I should say, Thursday into Friday, we could see even more moisture arriving. So I think today will probably bring us our best potential, but we'll still be holding on to a good chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms statewide through the work week. But because today we'll have plenty of deep monsoon moisture in place, showers and thunderstorms could produce some torrential rain. The risk of flash flooding does remain, especially for south central and southwestern Utah. The flood watch has been extended to continue through this evening, as heavy rain could bring on flash flooding, especially for slot canyons, dry washes, burn scars, low-lying areas, and for urban areas. Today, along the I-15 corridor, there's going to be a very good chance that wet weather will find you, better than a 2 and 3 chance in most locations. If you're in the easternmost portion of the state, while your chance for wet weather is lower, it's higher than what we saw yesterday. So just about everybody across the state today has at least a 1 in 3 chance of finding wet weather. But along the I-15 corridor, including the entirety of the Wasatch Front, better than a 2 in 3 chance that wet weather will find you. Also, along the I-15 corridor, there's a low-end severe risk, a marginal risk, so it's a level 1 out of 5, a small possibility, but it's still a possibility. If we were to see severe weather, the main concern would be heavy rain and strong winds, but today also does bring at least a small potential for also a few isolated tornadoes. You can see that for most of the I-15 corridor, it's included within this shade of green. That is a 2% tornado risk, and what that simply means is that anywhere within this green area, there is a 2% chance within 25 miles of a point that we could see a tornado. So that chance of seeing a tornado is very low, but it's not necessarily zero. Something that we'll just be keeping a very close eye on, and the reason why we have that risk for today is because when we look at the atmospheric energy and spin, there's a little bit more energy and a little bit more spin in the atmosphere expected, especially once we get into this afternoon. Again, it's not very high, but just that small potential does exist. By this evening, that chance of any spin in the atmosphere really goes away, but we'll still hold on to the chance for a few showers. Now let's go ahead and time things out for you on the Futurecast. Begin this at 8 o'clock in the morning, and by 11 o'clock, it looks like that best chance for wet weather will be along and west of the I-15 corridor. Then as we go throughout the afternoon, that best chance for wet weather then migrates back towards the I-15 corridor. Scattered showers and thunderstorms expected from this afternoon into this early evening. Then the chance for wet weather will begin to go down once we go into tonight, but won't go away completely. And then we'll be looking at more scattered showers and thunderstorms for our Wednesday. Likely won't see as much tomorrow compared to what we're going to see today, but that chance will still exist. Now, when it comes to our daytime highs, because we'll be looking at mostly cloudy skies outside of any wet weather, well below our seasonal averages, especially along and west of I-15, where daytime highs only around 80 in Salt Lake, 70s in Park City, 85 in St. George, while we get to 95 degrees in Moab with a little bit less of a chance for wet weather in that spot. In St. George, a good chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms will continue more or less through Friday. Then by this upcoming weekend, looks like that moisture will finally begin to dwindle, and that will result in lowering wet weather potential and warming temperatures. I think by Sunday into Monday, we could see a daytime high near 100 in St. George under mostly sunny skies. Along the Wasatch Front, we also hold on to a good chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms through our Friday, with today likely bringing that best potential with a high of only around 80. Then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, daytime highs more so in the mid-80s. Then as the moisture begins to go down, the chance for wet weather does as well, as daytime highs eventually return to the low and mid-90s under mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies by Sunday into Monday. Now,